Hi everyone.
Hi, hey guys.
Sorry to get started late this evening, so sorry about that and apologise, but nevertheless we're here to go live with you guys.
Yes, I hope you guys are doing well. It's I don't know what week we're up to in isolation, but the positive sign here in Australia is things are starting to relax a little bit, so people can start visiting family and stuff like that. So that's a real positive. So yeah, we're looking forward to getting back to normal, being able to travel, etc. But
still early days for travelling though, I think. But
yeah, but things can change very quickly. So let's remain positive.
Absolutely. And also we're hoping to open our doors to some live classes. If all goes well, we'll keep you posted. We'll probably know by Friday with Friday's announcements. So and confirmed by Monday, and hopefully some of our schedules, but they will be limited numbers if they do go ahead.
Yeah, so we'll keep you posted with all that sort of stuff anyway, but just wanted to make sure that you guys are staying strong for yourself, and you know, just knowing that you're not on your own, that everybody's in this together, and there's always a solution. So whatever stresses are happening, whatever's going on in your life at the moment, just know it's only temporary, and you know, you will get through it. You will come out of it bigger and better than ever. But it's important to know that that you've got this time now to make the most of you know, the opportunities that are in front of you. Like, you know, one of the things for me is I've been very quiet, you know, online and stuff for the last week or so, but that's because I've been doing a lot of things, like getting a lot of paperwork in order. I've been kept myself really busy the last week, and it's been amazing because I've gotten so much done. And had this whole coronavirus business not happened, I'd still be behind on a lot of that stuff. So it's actually really good to be able to get on top of things. So make sure that you're utilizing this time. Make sure that you're making the most of it. And you know, if there's other projects around the house that you want to get done, like, you know, get started on them. Because I know it's very easy to think, okay, well, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. But, you know, before you know it, we're going to be back to normal. Before you know it, we're going to be looking at this as a memory. And so it's important to make sure that you're not looking back at this time with regrets, thinking, you know, it was a perfect opportunity for me to get so many things done, and I didn't do any of them, you know. So make the most of this time. Like, really utilize this time. And, you know, it's easy not to be motivated, right? But it's just a choice. It really is a choice, you know, because you know yourself. Once you get started, look out. You get really excited, you get focused, and you just get things done. But oftentimes it's just that getting started. So in this time of uncertainty, like, you know, just know that, okay, once I get over that hurdle of getting started, everything's easy from there. And you know, look, if there are projects that you need to get done, like, start with the hardest one first. Start with that one. Just get that out of your life, because, you know, after that, everything else gets easier, you know. So, you know, just be aware that if you do have more time on your hands, make the most of it, right? And if you don't have time on your hands, then just know that it's an illusion. There is plenty of time, right? It's just about allocating that little bit of extra time for something else. But tonight it's all about, like, answering questions and stuff. So
yeah, I'll get started with some of the questions.
So
we had heaps of questions come through, so if we don't answer your questions this evening, it will be at the next event. So the ones that didn't get answered last time, we'll be covering that right now. So we have a question from, what have we got? Moshmi?
So my friends in Greece, this is tribute to you, right? It's not actually Starbucks coffee. I bought my own coffee machine, and I make my own coffees here now, but I've also got one from Japan as well. Okay, so hang on.
What have we got there?
Poor network connection.
Okay.
So that's interesting. Here we go. Now connection is available again.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm not sure if it dropped out then or not, but it was coming up on my phone with poor network connection. But
nevertheless, if there's a recording, you'll be able to go back and watch it if your internet has been weak this evening. So the first question's from Moshmi. So basically, she's been diagnosed with nephropathy disease. Is that how you pronounce that?
nephropathy disease.
Yeah, 10 months ago. So it's totally treatable, though it was unexpected. So she just wants to get some insight about how Theta Healing can possibly help her. So once again, we're not doctors here and we're not diagnosing anything, but we're going to discuss the illness from a energetic perspective, but more from a spiritual perspective, and understanding the emotions, perhaps the emotions behind this. So I'll let you go.
So what's the actual question?
So she wants some insight on how she can use Theta Healing to help her. Right. And what does it mean for her, why she's experiencing this. So that's from Moshmi.
Okay, so the first thing that I'd be looking at there is dealing with some anger issues. There's just an underlying sense there of anger, and I think a lot of the anger probably comes from your parents, so a lot of it's probably not actually yours. I think when you deal with the anger issues, that'll actually, like, you know, peel away a lot of the stress that you're actually experiencing, because I think a lot of what the real issue is about for you is about, like, you know, there's some control issues there, feeling like you're having to live your life the way other people want you to. So there's a bit of stress around that. So that's what I'd actually be working on for that one. So what we might do there is just some downloads on knowing how to, you know, release anger in a loving and easy way, knowing how to recognize if the anger that you're carrying is yours or somebody else's, and also letting go of, you know, having to be judged by other people's standards, like letting go of having to live your life the way other people want you to live your life. So knowing how to accept others for the way that they live their lives, and allowing yourself to be accepted for the way that you choose to live your life. So let's just download those. Cool. Okay, so what's our next question?
Okay, so the next question is from Kim. She just wants a bit of, her father's not well, so he's in the UK, he's getting really bad stomach pains. They know it's not appendicitis or anything like that. So he has been having lower abdomen pain, and so they just want some healing sent to him and just some insight on what you might think might be going on there. So he's really fearful at the moment. He feels like he might die from the pain because it's really intense. So it's really concerning her, because she's over here in Australia and he's over there. So if you could send some love and healing towards him, and we can do that later on as well, and any insights that you might have regarding that for Kim.
Okay. So one of the important things to understand is, like, you know, especially with people that we really love and really care about, you can't force other people to heal. So even though, like, you know, like we're healers and you know, we love the people that are around us, you can't actually force other people to heal. You just got to work with people where they're at in their lives, and you know, being able to respect and appreciate that. So anything to do with the digestive system, it's, you know, it's important to know that like, it's all about how you digest your life experiences, how you take in your life experiences. A lot of it's to do related with old abuse. So, you know, whether it's, you know, being abused by other people, or even, you know, abusing ourselves, because oftentimes we're our own worst enemies, and they're the sorts of things that are, you know, you're looking at in relation to the digestive system. But for him, I think it's more about not letting go of stuff. Like, he's really attached to old patterns, old ways of doing things, and he's probably, you know, not very open to change. So that's where I'd be starting with him, about letting go of old patterns, letting go of the way that things used to be, and needing things to be the way they used to be all the time. So what we might do there is just like download that we're all able to let go of the past. We're all able to look at our lives in a loving and joyful way, and being able to recognize that life is a gift and life is an amazing experience, and that we can actually make the most of every moment that we have in our lives, that we allow ourselves to appreciate every moment and to recognize that we are special, that we are important, and that we do make a difference on this planet, and that, you know, it's safe to let go of the past. It's safe to accept change. It's safe to allow change to take place in your life. And, you know, it's also, you know, it's safe to accept people where they're at. It's safe to recognize, you know, that some people don't want to change, and it's safe to, you know, love them and respect them anyway. So knowing that we can actually move forward in our lives, that we can have understanding of other people, right? Understanding where they're at, and allow other people to understand us too. So knowing that we can, you know, respect everybody for where they're at, and we can love everybody for where they're at, and we can actually move on in our lives, and we can create the life that we desire.
Okay, cool, excellent. So our next question is from Dahlia. So she, 8 weeks ago, she's living in a lot of pain. She fell over in her garden. She was doing a lot of work, and she's saying she always seems to push herself. So basically, she's got frozen shoulder, in a lot of pain. Wants to know what perhaps she, you know, what she can learn in order to release this, or what she needs to know and understand as a result of this.
Yeah,
so it's frozen shoulder.
For sure. So basically, you know, like when it comes to frozen shoulder, like all of that's just muscle. So what you've probably, if it's the right one, you've probably, you know, injured the left one, and you've compensated for a while with the right one, and then all of a sudden the right one's gotten to the point where it doesn't want you to push anymore, because, you know, you're going to end up tearing a muscle or something like that. And so what it's trying to do is to keep you safe, right? So all of it comes back to muscles. Muscles is all about strength. So, and the shoulders are all about responsibility. So if you look at, okay, what are you feeling responsible for at the moment? What is it that you don't feel like you have the strength to deal with at the moment? Or maybe you feel guilty. Maybe you're feeling like, you know, you've let people down in a particular area. You should have been more responsible, or you should have created something quicker and earlier, or, you know, by this time. So they're the key things that I'd be looking at there, and I'd just be looking at letting go of old regrets, letting go of recognizing that that things should have been different. You know, the thing is things are the way they are, and if we can choose to accept where we're at today, and then we can choose to create a future that we desire from this point moving forward, then all of a sudden nothing's a problem. Because if you allow yourself from this point forward to create the life of your dreams, then that's, nothing's going to matter, because in 6 months time, 12 months time, you're going to be looking at it and you're going to be thinking, you know what, that was one of the most important moments of my life. Now you can choose to stay a victim to that pain. You can choose to stay a victim to your past, but let's just teach you how to let go of needing to be a victim of the past, and letting go of needing to be punishing yourself constantly for your past, knowing that the past is the past, and the only thing that matters is what you're doing in this moment and what you're creating from this point forward. Okay. Cool. So what's the next question?
Okay, so the next question is from Kari. So basically, she's applying, going through an interview with immigration in the next week or so, and she's applying for a visa to be here in the country. She's nervous about it and wants to see what she can do to expedite the process, and to get a positive answer. So I guess we just needed like a healing around that, so that she can get the best and possible outcome. Yeah. Look,
the funny thing that keeps coming up for me at the moment is a bribe, right? But like, no, I'm not telling you to bribe anybody.
Why is that? Cancel that.
But look, depending on which country you're in,
Cancel that.
There are some countries that are very open to that.
So we don't do that here in Australia.
Yeah,
So no bribes work
in Australia. So I wouldn't be doing that. But just it's yeah. Look. All you can be doing is working on yourself, working on
your worthy issues.
I'd be working on my greatest fears about not actually getting the visa, right? Look, seriously, like in this current economic climate, if you don't get a visa, then they're gonna have to send you home. So you might get a free trip back home.
Mark, she's nervous, so.
So all you gotta do is just work on like the worst case scenario. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen to you if you don't get the visa, and just deal with those emotions. And once you deal with those emotions, then you allow yourself to experience a positive outcome, right? But yeah, definitely no bribes, right? So what I want to do is just teach you how to allow yourself to receive a positive outcome, teach you that it's safe for you to receive a positive outcome. And, a really good example of this is for those of you guys that watched the practice night last week, I did a demonstration on Alex, and I know, Alex, you won't mind me saying this, but the next day she had a verdict on something that was really stressing her out, and we'd worked on the worst case scenario of that situation, and the next day she actually got some really good news. So it's important that you leave your release your emotional attachment to the negative outcome, right? And that's why the digging work is so important. Getting in there, I'm digging, and what's the worst thing that can happen to me if I don't get that, right? But what we want to do for you tonight in this, we'll obviously send you healing later, but right now what we want to do is just allow you to know what it feels like to be pleasantly surprised, what it feels like to receive good news, and that you're actually able to, and you're it's safe for you to receive good news, right? So everyone can take that as well, and just knowing how to trust that the Creator is taking care of you, and knowing that everything works out for you.
Absolutely. Okay. She's got a second question. Can we just quickly cover that? It's just finding it difficult to be in a relationship with someone, still interested in her ex, though I don't know if he has intentions of getting back together. So if we can just center some healing around that, around a relationship. And for everyone else out there that wants some healing around their relationship.
So for everybody in relation to relationships, the only reason why you would still want your ex is because you don't believe there's anybody better out there for you. So it's important to change that perception. So the truth is people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And look, ultimately, whatever that is, it's all perfect, whatever you get from that person. So if that person comes into your life for just a short period of time, then there was something that you were both to receive out of that particular time. And it's important to be able to recognize whether you're still trying to hold on to what that lesson was that you got from that time, or maybe you're choosing not to learn that lesson, you're choosing to avoid that lesson. But the truth is, as long as you know that the universe is abundant and that there is more than enough for everybody, then you're not going to be holding on to that one person, right? And if you're in a relationship, you want to be able to have that freedom of mindset where you're not sitting there, trying to hold on to them, thinking that they're going to run away. If somebody's doing that, then more often than not, it's actually pushing you away from that person. So it's important that you're able to be self-sufficient, that you're able to believe in yourself enough, and to know that you're important enough, and that you're valuable enough, that you deserve to be in that relationship, and that person is lucky to be with you. Absolutely. Not just you're lucky to be with them, right? So it's important to know that is possible for you. So what I want to do is download that it's possible for you, and for everybody out there as well, that you can have that ideal relationship where you're actually in love with each other. Because there's no point you being in love with somebody and them resenting you. right? That's going to be hard work, and all you're going to do is just continue suppressing yourself. So it's important that you're able to be in a relationship where you're in love with each other, that you're able to respect each other, that you're able to give each other quality time together, but you're also able to give each other time apart. So knowing that, you know, you can have your own time and your partner can have their own time. So what we really want to do there is just knowing that you can actually have a relationship that works, and that you can actually have stability in your life. So, you know, the fact that you've got like these issues with a visa and issues with partners, it's probably, you know, showing us that the bigger picture there is about you having some sort of stability in your life. So it probably comes back to childhood. So what I would do is actually teach you that it's possible to actually have stability in your life, what it feels like to have stability, and that it's actually possible for you to have stability in your life and also structure. So, you know, coming down to your place where you're choosing to live, to family, you know, that it's possible for you to be settled in a particular environment, that it's possible for you to be settled full stop, right?
Yeah.
So let's just download those. Cool, so what's next?
Okay, so we've got a question from Lou. So basically some old negative energies and fears are coming up, and she feels like it's coming, it's going, it's leaving her, and it's linked with a lot of ancestral stuff, and she's just wants to see if she can get a little bit more help around that. And she also has a question about nurturing and connecting and loving and nurturing herself more deeply, with greater confidence, and you know, believes that she needs that in order to move forward with confidence to try new things and believe in herself. So sometimes I guess we just need to take that step, and the confidence comes through taking that step as well.
Yeah, so what I'm picking up there with the genetic line there is there's like some addictive patterns, right? So what I'd actually be working on there, what I'd actually be releasing there in that situation is you know, the whole belief that that your life is out of your control. So it's almost like a feeling of you're always being controlled by other people, that you're always being controlled by a bigger picture that you have no control over. So I think that's a lot of that's all genetic. So what you want to be doing there is just releasing that. So let's just change that for you. Let's just disconnect you from the consciousness of your ancestors being stronger than you. So knowing that you can change yourself and you can change your ancestors, that you are important in your genetic line, and that you can make a positive difference, not just for yourself and for your future generations, but also for the past generations as well, knowing that it's safe for you to be the one who makes the changes, that it's actually possible for you to be the one who makes the changes, that it's possible for you to be important in your genetic line.
That'd be nice for everybody, actually. That's a really good downloads there.
Cool. Okay, so next.
Okay, so the next question is from Anna. What have we got? Okay, so her purpose, so she wants an intuitive healing around this what you're picking up around this. So basically her purpose is to work with teenagers, and she struggles in getting in clients, also wants to become an instructor, travel and have a family, and she feels like it's something that she can't handle or not allowed to ask for and receive, and money always comes up as a struggle. So if you can give her some intuitive insight as to what she can work on in relation to that.
Okay, so what I'm picking up there firstly is like there's this it's almost like a contract to be punished, right? So there's like this whole consciousness around punishment, needing to be punished for past mistakes, but what I'm actually seeing there is a lot of that's actually genetic too. So your ancestors may have had a lot of issues with the law, or you know, it could have just been like, you know, like that you know, like your great-great-grandparents were like ridiculously strict, and it didn't matter what your ancestors did, it always felt like they were doing the wrong thing. So what I'm getting there, it's like there's an oath, vow, contract or something to be punished, and feeling like, you know, nothing works out for you because there's like some sort of subconscious punishment. So what I'd actually be doing there is releasing any oaths, vows or contracts that you or your ancestors have made to be punished, or to be never good enough, or to always struggle. And what we're going to do is just have discernment as well on your ancestors about like everything needing to be perfect, you needing to be perfect, that, you know, you can't make mistakes, or you have to always be doing the right thing, right? So I'd be releasing those things.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just change those. Cool.
Okay.
What's next?
So I've got a question from Claudia. Now she's done it via Google Translator, so it's not quite clear, but what I'm gathering is that she wants to receive healing around money, love, just in that area, that sphere. She's struggling in that area. You're really good at stuff like this. I mean, she's probably doing it intuitively in a way.
Yeah. So basically, anytime she works with money and stuff like that, it's always linked to love and, you know, that sort of stuff. So, yeah, look, this is a really simple one, because for a lot of people there is a misperception that love and money are linked. Right now, there is nothing wrong with having a love for money. The only time that love for money is a problem is when you love money more than you love the people and the positive things that you can do with it. So money is just an energy, and we're either attracting that energy into our lives or we're repelling it. So it's important that you have a healthy relationship with money, right? So for example, if you're having struggles in the area of relationships with people, like love life, then what you're going to find is you know, you've probably got a link between relationships and money, right? So in order for me to be in a loving relationship, I have to have money. And in order for me to have money, I have to be in a loving relationship. So what you find is both sides are counteracting the other. So you know, if you're happy in the area of money, then all of a sudden you can have love, and maybe that's an unconscious fear, and so your subconscious is going to sabotage that. So it's going to take the money away. And if it's the other way around, where all of a sudden you're in love and the fear is about having money, so all of a sudden when I'm in love, I have money as well, and your fear is about having money, then you're going to sabotage the love as well. So they end up negating each other. So what's important to do here is give you discernment on all of that, and teach you how to let go of those beliefs, but also how to know that it's possible for you to have both, that it's possible for you to be in love, in a loving relationship where you honor, you respect, you appreciate each other, and you can have money, an abundance of money at the same time, that it's possible to have both, that it's safe for you to have both, and that you allow yourself to have both, right? So guys, you can add that to any areas of your life. So if for example, you've got great relationships and you struggle with money, then you do that. If you've got, you know, great relationships, you've got a great money situation, but your health situation is struggling, then what you do is, okay, so it's possible for me to have a great relationship, great finances, and great health. So whatever it is that's missing, just know that you can have all of those things together at the same time, right?
Absolutely.
And that it's possible for you.
Having to sacrifice either one of them to have the other.
Yeah, so let's just change all that stuff for you guys. Okay, so what's next?
Okay, we've got some late questions that came in, so I think we've got a little bit of time to answer those questions, yeah? Maybe a couple of more minutes. Okay, so this is from...
Running out of coffee.
This question is from Jessica. She took your wealth consciousness class back in Dubai in December 2018. So basically, her question is that she knows that she's following her divine purpose. She's working as a mediator and doing holistic healing. However, she's finding the abundance is a little bit limited and finding it slow to generate new clients. So what can you say and what can you help there?
Okay, so what I'm getting there for you, Jess, is you've got issues with impatience, right? So what I'm actually getting there is you've got belief systems about like that you're impatient, that you need everything yesterday. And I don't believe that's the real issue for you, but what it's actually creating is it's creating a situation of lack, because in order for you to need to be impatient, there has to be some sort of struggle. So, yeah, I don't think you're gonna have too much dramas in attracting new clients and creating abundance from your passion. It's more about just releasing like this obsession or this perception of being impatient. So just knowing how to recognize that you are patient, and knowing how to recognize that you don't have to be patient in every area of your life. Knowing that you can, allow your success and abundance to come without needing to heal all your issues around relationships or, finances. Knowing that you can allow yourself to be successful and that you're worthy and deserving of being successful without needing to heal all that other stuff in the first place. But let's just heal it all anyway. Right, so it's just knowing how to trust that the Creator will send you the right clients, the Creator will send you more than enough clients, and just knowing how to, live without blocking your abundance from the Creator, knowing how to allow your abundance from the Creator and trusting the Creator always sends you more than enough, that there's always an abundance of clients, there's an abundance of students, there's an abundance of money, everything's already there for you. So just knowing how to trust that is your truth and allowing that to be your truth, right? And the other thing that we'd like to do there is just knowing how to be patient with yourself, knowing how to recognize that you are amazing, that you do truly deserve the success and abundance that you desire, and that you do have enough patience, that you don't need to be learning patience, that you allow yourself to have that patience, and you can allow success to come to you in a loving and easy way from this point forward. So regardless of what the economic circumstances are or the economic times are, that you can have that success and abundance now, that you're worthy and deserving of it. Mm-hmm. So I think they're handy downloads for everybody. So if you'd like to receive those, then just allow yourself to receive them. Okay, so what's next?
Okay, this will be our last question. This is from Joelle from Lebanon. She's asking, how can I create momentum for my healing business? Start momentum of classes, workshops, and one-on-one sessions. So she wants it to be able to flow easily and gracefully.
Okay, cool. So those downloads that we just did are going to really apply for you in this one as well. But the thing is this is about allowing yourself to take one step at a time, right? So I'm not sure where you're at with your business. I'm not sure whether you're just starting out or, whether you've been doing this for a while and you feel frustrated that, clients haven't come quickly to you. But, the truth is the universe responds to how serious you are about what it is that you're doing, right? So if this is like, something that would be nice for you just to have a few extra clients or, can we look at that question again, right?
Yeah, sure.
If you think that it would be nice for you to have a few extra clients here and there, then it's probably is going to be like very slow. But if, on the other hand too, if you're putting too much pressure on it, if you've just left your job and all of a sudden you're thinking, okay, so
Create momentum for my healing business, start a momentum of classes. So she wants the momentum to be there.
Yeah, I get that, but it doesn't say whether she's just starting out or
No.
whether she's been going for a while. Yeah, so I'm on the right track. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, so basically, you know, the solution here is let's just teach you how to take one step at a time. Let's just teach you how to appreciate every student that comes to you, how to appreciate every client that comes to you, and just allowing those clients to grow. So what I'd be doing there for you is actually releasing your genetic programs around self-sabotage. So a lot of your ancestors really didn't like, well, really were afraid of other people finding out about their success. So it's like it's real a need to hide our success. So anytime things start to happen too quickly for you, there's this unconscious fear that kicks in that starts sabotaging that. So what I want to do is just give you discernment on that and letting go of, you know, having to suppress your success, you know, to keep your privacy. So knowing that you can still have your privacy and that you can be successful as well, and letting go of needing everybody around you to know what's happening in your life. So knowing that you can, you know, still have your anonymity, you can still have your privacy, but you can be successful as well. So whether it's, you know, in the area of theta healing, when you're teaching classes and, you know, seeing clients and stuff like that, you can, you know, people can, you know, respect you, but not everybody needs to know what you're doing. Like, you know, to be honest with you, I've got relatives that I grew up with and they have never ever asked me what I do for work, and that's perfect because I'm actually really happy with that. Because, you know, when I see them in the street or when I, you know, bump into them, I don't want to be doing healings on those people, you know. So you know, bottom line, there's going to be a lot of people that you know, you may not necessarily want them to know what you're doing. Like, I mean, if they come to me for a healing, I've got open arms. I'm happy to help anybody. But you know, like, you know, there's certain people that, you know, just really don't need to know what you're doing. And you know, the way I look at it, when it comes to your vision, your goals, your dreams, what it is that you're out there to achieve, I believe that if somebody cannot help you get it, it is none of their business. So I wouldn't be sharing what you're doing with those sorts of people. So, you know, the key is knowing that you are amazing, that you can achieve the success that you desire, that you can have, you know, incredible success without needing everybody to know what you're doing, without needing to, you know, sabotage your success because of a fear of people knowing how well you're doing. So what we want to do there is just teach you that it's safe for you to actually be successful. It's safe for you to have success and abundance in your business, in your family life, you know, in all the different areas of your life without being a target, right? That you can have all that success without being judged by other people. But, you know, here's the truth, right? Everybody has an opinion. Everybody is entitled to their opinion, but just because somebody has an opinion, it doesn't mean that their opinion is right for you. So what's really important there is nobody's opinion matters unless you allow it to matter in your life, right? You love and respect everybody, and it's important to do that, because if you want to be loved and respected and appreciated for what you do, then it's important that you're giving out that energy, right? But the first step is just knowing that what you're choosing to do in your life is right for you. So let's just teach you that, right? So that you know that you can actually choose the life that you're living, that you can be successful in the life that you're choosing, and that people can honor and appreciate you for that, that it's safe to be honored and appreciated for that as well. So yeah, Trish, I'm not going to say that, but yeah. I was tempted, but no. So what we're going to do is just do those downloads for you. Just teach everybody watching this that you can be successful at everything that you put your hand to. Anything that you choose to do in your life, you can create success and abundance in that, and that you're worthy and deserving of it. That it's truly, you know, your birthright to have success. But just knowing that, you know, like it's important for you to be, you know, doing the right thing by yourself, doing the right thing by the people around you, that, you know, it's that you can be a good person and have incredible success, that you don't need to be, you know, doing anything illegal or doing anything wrong, or, you know, doing things in a negative way in order to be successful, that you can have that success by being a good person and by being yourself and just following your vision, knowing that you can allow yourself to have a vision and a passion for the life that you're choosing to create, and that you're worthy and deserving of having that. So let's just download that for everybody. Beautiful. That it's safe for us all to create the life of our dreams, and it's safe for us all to live the life of our dreams. Okay. All right. So what we might do now is we'll just do an unconditional love healing.
Can I just give you some healing requests, just so we can include that unconditional love healing? So
yeah, when we're ready, you can
okay,
do that.
No worries.
Patience. Didn't you get those downloads?
I must have got those downloads. Can you please give them again?
Okay, cool. So just close your eyes and visualize energy coming up through your feet from the center of the earth, coming up out of the top of your crown as a beautiful ball of light. See yourself in that ball of light, and then just moving straight up past the universe, going up through all those white lights, up through the jelly, and up into that pearl iridescent white light. Feel every cell in your body one with that pure unconditional love. Okay, and now we make the command, Creator, it is commanded to fill every cell of my body, my family's body, everybody else watching this webinar, their families' bodies, all of these people.
Yep, so we had Susie's mother had a car accident, so some unconditional love to her.
Just name them.
And Trudy's friend Kai.
Okay. And anybody else that you're aware of that can do it, some unconditional love healing. All of our governments, like around the world, like all the politicians, so that they're actually able to make the right decisions on opening the place back up. And, you know, anybody who's been directly, or all of us who've been indirectly affected by the coronavirus. So basically everybody on the planet, whoever's open to receiving a healing, happy days. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. Cool. So now just take your awareness back up into that pearl iridescent white light. Take a deep breath in and open your eyes. So guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's a real pleasure to be able to have this opportunity to spend this time with you guys, and, you know, share a little bit of insights and that can make a difference in your lives. But just remember, this is just the moment what we're going through. You will get through this bigger and better. But just remember, start using this time to create the life that you desire. How would you like your life to be? If time and money was not an issue, what would you be doing next week? What would you be doing in 3 months' time when, you know, all these restrictions are open, or whenever the restrictions open?
Get lifted.
What would you choose to be doing? How would you like your life to be? So start creating a vision for yourself and then start moving towards it. So we love you all. Yes. We really appreciate being able to share this time with you.
Absolutely.
And we'll speak to you all very soon.
Bye. Bye.